طيب اهلا فيكم. نكمل اللي بدأناه امس في لعبة Pillars of Eternity Deadfire. احنا قضينا ساعة على المنيو بس امس، ما سوينا اي حاجة. يعني الساعة الثانية دي ان شاء الله تكون افضل. وصلنا للمنطقة ذي. Where are you from؟ وش ترجع؟ ايدري لازم تختار انت ترجع من فين. Empire is one of the most prominent old empire of the West. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. أجواء استوائية. The nation of Adir متأثر بإدريا اللي في ديابلو is at its heart and house of majority of its human and elf population. Adir was once a powerful colonial forest, but the loss of مدري إيش and the dire wood reduced its status. هذه common in the. طيب هذه شكلها هي Deadfire Archblejo. ايش هذه المنطقة؟ mark the eastern edge of the known world. Iceland أمونة هوميك تبع الأمونة، هذه ما لنا شغل فيها. لاكشميتال plains located north في الشمال of Redecrease. Redecrease in the eastern reach. The Laksmetal plains are a large expanse of fertile savannas, غابات استوائية يعني, that are extensively farmed by its savannas folk and or land residents. One of the oldest in the world. One of the least imperialistic, having spread out a little over the past several thousand years. Lax Metal Society places a strong emphasis on learning and scholarship and honor their philosopher on lectures. طيب لا ما نبغى. Old Villa. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas, Old Villa 20 سطر is now crumbled remnant of empire of warring merchant nations, counting many human and dwarf among their ranks. The old villain countries are still forces to be reckoned with, and are proud of their rich culture heritage. The southernmost of the old empire, Old Villa, suffered a similar fate of northern. يدوك حاجة عليها. عجبتني Old Villa. ريوتاتي. نافال يعني شيء في سفن. Kingdom of Northern. وما ابغى ديرتكم. Living land. The living land is mountainous regions of large جبال of large northern Iceland, renewed for its diversity of plants and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable. طيب the white that winds. اسم غريب. A large cracked southern expanse of polar ice. ثلج. Old Villa. خلينا في Old Villa. طيب كمان what are your job؟ شغلتك يا الله. aristocraft ايش ذا؟ you'd lived your life among the nobility. عشت حياتك مع النبلاء. Your days has been marked by lavish meals and extravagant parties. يعني كنت صايع ومع النبلاء وسهرات. Your conversations peppered with talk of pedigree and bloodline. يعني أرستقراطي باختصار. هيدي دبلوماسي artist فنان. لا. Dissident إيش ذا؟ You've made name of yourself as a troublemaker. راعي مشاكل. Disrespect for authority and lack of care regarding the rules. لا مو أنا. Drifter. You never quite fit in no matter when you go. Each new town is just a place to rest bravely before moving on to the next. You are most comfortable on the road, traveling the world. هذا قريب مني في الحقيقة، بس مو traveling كثير. Hunter. Laborer. Your life has been spent in the study of your craft. You trained and prepared, hoping to honor your skill and play your trade. Mercenary. Blade and battle is your way of life. Merchant. بياع. Slave. خدام أو شغال. You have had never known freedom. طيب أنا بين فيهم. بلاف إيش هو؟ أختار دريفتر. طيب أوكي اللي بعده. خلاص إيش اللي available weapon؟ اختار الأسلحة. ليه كم سلاح يبغوني؟ سلاحين. مسخوها كذا، تبغى تخيروا تبغى حيروا خيروا. ناشر 17 دمج. يعني والله اختار ذا وذا عشان انا خايف انه رود واند وستاف. لا بس عاد البورتريه الرسمة اللي تبغاها لك. طب ما في حد يشبهني، ايش اسوي؟ اقول لهم لما كان شعري طويل. ايوه هذا انا. اوه الأسود مو مضبوط بالمرة، قريب للكحلي. أنا معي عمى ألوان. لا كحلي ذا، الأسود هنا. البنطلون سكين ايش؟ خير. احمر احمر. اوه اصلا قصة شعره مستفزة. يلا عيني زرقاء. اتعادل. طيب هيد. يمديك تغير. اوكي نسيت. ايش ذا؟ الحمد لله اني اغير قصة شعر. ايش ذا؟ سمبوسة سبايكي. هذا راسه راجع على ورا من التسريحة. لا 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 والله يعني اهون من الباقيين اللي كلك على ورا. لا طبعا كريمة. كله على الجنب، عارف، كل جسمك مو بس وجهك. يا ساتر مفجوع. عادية. اندومي. لا يا شيخ ابغى حاجة عدلة. ايش بالظل مسوي قص والله اللي قلت عليها لا، شكلها اعدل شيء. ما بحاجة كليب. يلا سوالف يعني. كده باين كأنه حط تركيبة. ايش بصار كده؟ انا ابغى ويزرد بديجن، بس الديجن هنا كليبنج في اللعبة هذه. والله يانج ويزرد كده دوبه بادئ. ايه الصوت.
Death to our enemies!
Let us end this!
Onward! Kill them all! I'll teach you a lesson! Let's go!
None أبكم.
You're mine! After him! Stand together!
Pause. أنا بالعادة كذا عموما. طب هذا ملفي الأسود. دقيقة أنا نسيت أحط الشات أون. طيب Last Wizard, Arcane, Race, Human, Midway Folk, Old Villa, Drifter. طيب عموما نبدأ اللعبة يا ابويا.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. To you, to open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
حسيت بألم في صدرك وبعدين بدأ يختفي.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile.
طيب يعني خلاص ما في كلمة أخيرة حابة تقولي لي إياها أو ما عليها شيء يمضي هذا.
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
هو كان ده الزوم ان. طبعا اللعبة كليك تو موف. الظاهر انه بالكي بايندنج يمديني اخليه يمشي بالزر. هذا جسم مستنيني اخذه. لقط جسم الراجل. وليه يبغى شيلد في العالم اللي ما بين الحياة والموت أصلا ده لابس شيلد.
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves. Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe.
أظن
At the
الجزء
first
الأول هو
movement of your
صاحبك.
chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
دي باخرة.
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake? How do you
سؤال تافه
feel?
ذا.
Alive's a big improvement.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
هذا التمثال يتكلم.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cad Nua.
Cad Nua has been destroyed.
دمرت
Aethys
تكاد.
possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby.
أوف. شفط الأرواح الناس كلها.
It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely. The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago.
لا أنا ملاحق إيثوس ذا اللي قاعد يرمه.
I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul. And proximity to it has brought you back.
How could you know all that? You've been faking on us.
He pokes at your shoulder with one finger.
وش الضوضاء ذا؟
topside with migrants fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby...
فين الجير؟
There's gear in that wardrobe. Take what you need.
ماني شايف وردرو. هنا.
All right. Now make some use of it.
جلايمور ايش تسوي طيب؟ الله يقل من روسكم. دقيقة خليني اتذكر ايش بيسوي ايش. اوكي. البس ذا طبعا. Cannot occupy the slot. ما occupied. فين اسلحتي؟ كيف السلاح؟ عجيب. فوق. دقيقة. مين اوف ومين اوف. كيف اغير ما بينهم؟ نسيت. طب ما هو لبسته زي الحلاوة.
The pirates of Deadfire are not...
دقيقة. سي سمعتك. الله لا لا. tutorial فيه the watcher repetition and the position are display on the repetition wheel. The companion repetition wheel display their repetition with other party member and any paces they might have. هذه علاقتك مع أصحابك. ما أنا عندك 3 4 5 6 10. ريكورد ما في. ايش ده؟ اكسبورت. ابلود تو ستيم ورك. ابلود ايه؟ why would I؟ يلا. اللعبة فيها تفاصيل خطيرة. من عدالتي ليفل 1 بس هم عشان الشكل. طيب.
I suggest you deal with them quickly.
الام الخريطة. الجي ايش هو؟ جورنال. الكويستات. الجي السبيلز اللي عندك. هذا الفاست مود. هذا الليل والنهار. هنا نتحرك فوق وتحت.
If we don't get out there now, we'll have lost by the time we do.
فهمنا. لا لا اوكي خلاص.
Get armed and suited up. We gotta get on deck.
Well, what have we here? A little sloop? Lost and alone in the storm?
ماني عاجبك؟
I'll be taking your ship now, if you don't mind. And especially if you do.
Well, at least he asked.
I am a gentleman of fortune. Give her up easy, and I'll see you get a swift death.
لا
It'll be bloody. and
ما شاء الله
agonizing
تبارك
short,
الله. يبغى ندي
but at
السفينة
least it'll be quick.
وموتك بسرعة من غير ما تحس، يعني مو حتى يسيبني. طب ايش ردودي؟ I don't have any quarrel with you. Why do you want my ship? Pirates? The storm pretty loud. Did you say you are surrendering? How strange. عجبني. I'm going to mount your skull in the cabin. Make rude hand gesture. Attack.
Then he's going to wear his breeches on his head and dance for us? Did I hear that?
Which deposition? You have gained reputation in deposition. Deposition represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and being reputations sometimes bring out the worst in certain people. No deposition and inherently good or bad in peril of eternity. Deadfire. To see icon for the effect of dialogue decision on deposition. Enable the show personality repetition option in difficulty setting. Enable the show personality in difficulty setting. Okay.
Aye, but the breeches are gonna be stitched from your skin. You got a smart mouth on ya. Careful. That'll get you killed faster than any... Listen up, mates. I'm off to spear me a bigger fish. One with sharper teeth like. I'm trusting you lot not to cock this up. Don't damage the sloop when you take it. Play with the crew if you'd like, but don't bring me any prisoners. None that are alive.
You had bandwidth! After him!
ما فهمتش. Character with a red selection circle is hostile to you. To attack enemy with your current cube gear, click their selection circle. You can also select. كيف اضربه؟ ليه محطوط اكس؟ الله طيب عجيب.
Defend the ship!
من الأدوار ها. بس ضربة واحدة. ما فهمت. ديله دفو. فين اللي تشبيه حق ذا؟ أول فايت في الجيم أكيد سهلة. You have defeated the pirates, but you are not out of trouble yet. The storm picked up, lashing your ship and driving you dangerously close to rocky shore. The defendant. The defense crew hurries to reduce sail and batting down the hatchway quickly, but the ship is still resisting heavy. Just then, loose crates tumble toward you, gathering speed of the rain, slick deck. It misses you. ساعد اللي كان بيطيح او ساعد مين هذا. You grab Captain Arm just his grip fails for a tense moment. He hangs over the rolling sea. Then with a mighty tug you pulled him back into the deck. ساعدت واحد. You hear heavy splash. The crate from Kedno is gone. Meanwhile, the storm has nearly driven you ashore. A flash of lightning reveals a treacherous coastline and Athos striding into the distance. Oh, Jack Rimma. The lookout barely has time to shout a warning before the Defiant runs aground. The impact hurls you from the deck and into a force of waves, bodies and splintering debris. You struggle toward the beach just ahead, even as the surf tugs you toward the open sea. You kick and paddle with all your might until at last you feel sand between your fingers. Pulling yourself ashore, you collapse. غرقت السفينة وترميتوا على الشاطئ، واللي مات واللي عاش. من العاصفة. New quest: seek out means of repairing. Explore the island.
You've been getting a lot of sleep so far on this trip. I'd have woke you, but you look so peaceful with your face in the sand.
طيب.
If you're worried about the ship, you can stop worrying. It's wrecked right over there.
قريب من صوت مكريلي في اوفر واتش ولا انا يتهيألي؟
So far, it's just you and me and the chair lady.
It's a relief to see you awake, my lord. I
التمثال.
worried you were in for another long sleep.
Oh no, but it's real pretty.
Difficult to say for certain. The Deadfire is spotted with islands, some quite small. The good news is that if the storm hasn't spun us round entirely, I'd say we're in charted waters. I believe the Valian Trading Company operates in the region. Hence that little visit from that wretched pirate captain.
Let's get going. What do we do now?
It is your decision, but Aethus still holds a piece of your soul. He was moving inland last I saw of him. I rather think he will have been hard to miss.
ايثوس عنده قطعة من روحك.
Let's see about the other survivors. I don't want to be paddling out of here on a salvage.
For now, I'd say your best bet is to find some sign of civilization. If nothing else, we may be able to hire on a shipwright. My lord, if it is not too taxing, could you explain how it came to pass that you were returned to us?
My soul passed into the beyond and reached to give me a choice. Perish? God of death. إله الموت وزين. Without it.
These gods. You make one deal with them to stop a madman, and the next thing you know, they're threatening your soul.
That isn't much of a choice, but castle or no castle.
إيش هذه؟ Stranded. The defense has run aground after suffering an attack by pirates, bringing temporary. ليه كده مو باينة؟ Land Waithos. The ship is not pretty, it used to be, but it's seaworthy. I'm free to sail the Define and resume my work. Return to the breach. Some of the quests you receive might be challenging until your character has achieved a higher level. A quest that is beyond your character's certain level will be marked in your journal with 1, 2 or 3 skulls. الديفيكالتي الصعوبة من نجمة مو نجمة جمجمة أو 2 أو 3. 1 for every level. If a quest is more than 3 level above your character certain level, then the skull will appear red.
You are still my lord, and I will aid you to the best of my ability.
شكرا يا حبيبتي.
Well, I suppose we better get a move on.
اختيار الشخصية. To select party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press the number button that corresponds to their position in the party, starting with 1 at the left. To select multiple party member, click and hold anywhere in the screen and drag the on party, press and hold. ايش ابغاه يكون؟ fighter and rogue. Single class or multi-class. لا غير الشجرة. عنده هيلينج اول واحد. حتى ذا فايتر روج. والله ما ادري التخصص افضل. افتكر في اللعبة كان في سيف. ايوه هذه اوتو سيف كلها، بس السيف الحقيقي
Indeed.
صح انت ولا ايه؟ تختار تعطي لمين؟
Help! Somebody! Per con Blanca! You're looking better, Casita. That, or I'm worse off than I thought.
اشطح عليها برميل يعني؟
It's my leg, Matico. It hurts even worse than it looks. I wasn't planning on going for a run, Casita. Have you found any of the others yet? I'll start a fire.
زي قامت تعرض ما في كل العافية. ما يمديك خلاص تحرك.
Of course.
ادور على ناجين.
Quietly now.
بالغلط بعض. quietly.
Hope the rest of those sodden bastards made it.
ارواح صاروا يعني. هنا الأشياء اللي أخذها. طيب بوشن. افتكر دقيقة خلينا نتذكر اللعبة، بس افتكر انه يمديك تختار مين.
What do you need? Yeah?
I'm here.
ايوه كليك عليهم بس.
Yeah?
Yes?
افتكر كان في وش لابس ده 18 26. خاتم هلبسه انا معليش سامحني. اصلا زينة ما يسوي شيء. additional effect grant count pledge ما اعرف شو هو. وفين الادوات اللي اخذناها؟ هنا مقسمة، وهنا هنا لا مو كله. سيرش ايه اوكي، في زر يجيب لك اياه كله. لا مستحيل ما في كل شيء. بعدين
At once.
There must be other survivors out there.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah?
material ايش؟ Not all ingredient can be used to enchant weapon. هنا الانجريدينت.
Spy! Magran here! Is that you? You woke just in time for the fun. Fighting off motherless raiders one moment, flung into the freezing depths of Ondra's bosom the next. Aye. Magran learns us poor bastards that a little excitement's good for the heart.
The last man to travel was on went mad because of his god's rail.
Can we go back on the ship now?
I heard some hollering by the Defiant. Worth spying on, just in case someone weren't cast from the deck onto the strand. Oh, but I am, Captain. I pray for the dentitude.
انتوا رحتوا فين؟ عند النار عشان تتدفوا بس؟ هذا اللي انتوا فالحين فيه؟ ما في مساعدة، ما في شيء.
I'll boil up some water. We'll have a spy at that leg of yours. Good news, Captain. I found some supplies, must even better. I've located some spirits. The mundane kind, I mean. Nothing that requires your... One up north, near the cave. Could have been that stuff quit standing. There is a cave to the north. Kethnev here. Of course, it should...
وانتي ما عندك سالفة؟ طبعا.
Hey, fancy seeing you here.
هذا روح واحد من اللي ماتوا.
I can't see much of anything really, apart from you. Just endless gray.
يقول ماني شايف أي شيء غير لون رمادي وأنت.
Storm? That's strange. You'd think a man would recall a storm. It's like someone cut away a part of my memory. There's just this big black hole. It's weird. I thought death would be different. Big light and so on. But I don't see anything at all. Just you.
Change me.
Oh. Suppose that sounds nice enough. I'll follow you then, shall I?
Still seeing ghosts, huh? Suppose you're stuck with that.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I suppose it can't be helped. What can I do?
عجيب بندانا.
Certainly. Of course.
انزل قدس بس تحط حاجة.
Suey. Suey.
All characters in the game have 4 defense against attack: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. 4 أنواع من الدفاع. These defense are based on their attributes, level, items, and other effects. The more powerful the character, the higher their defense will be, and the harder you will be hit or affect with ability. The attack rule of random mobility between وش المعلومات دي كلها يا ابويا؟
What do you need?
جرحني.
Piraeus!
Yes?
Stand together!
بس ضربة واحدة؟
Yeah?
عجيب الحركة البطيئة.
I'm here. Happily. Absolutely.
Watcher, over here.
It is good to see you well, Watcher. I believe the Boers were hoping for the bosun. Beadle is in that cave over there. Ran in after a boar. Stubborn old dwarf. I was able to calm one of the Boers with I remained here, hoping he would return quickly. After we made land, I came over this way and I will make for the camp.
اوكي رجعت دار الكامب.
Hey. Of course. What do you need?
I'm here.
ليه المفروض يمشوا مع بعض؟ هذا الكهف في الخريطة عرفناه، وهنا الكامب أكيد امتلأ ناس.
They warned me strange things would come following you, Watcher.
هذا مسكين راح فيها يعني.
There's nothing for miles.
Enter the cave. والله يسيف بسرعة. طيب يا حلوين نوقف اليوم. حبيت نجرب اللعبة مرة ثانية. ظريفة اللعبة بس فيها عمق كذا يبغى لها فوقان. تمام. والحين قرب وقت الصلاة، صلاة الفجر. تصبحون على خير.